Coming up in the news, construction completed on a multi-million-dollar building in the downtown area. Also, Margaritaville confirms the discontinuation of service from Grand Bahama. We have the details. And Assistant Commissioner of Police B.K. Bonamy bids farewell as the newly appointed officer in charge of the Northern Bahamas takes over. The Bahamas Tonight. The Northern Edition starts now.
This is the Bahamas Tonight Northern Edition.
Good evening and welcome to the Bahamas Tonight, the Northern Edition. I'm Ramiko Knowles. Thank you so much for tuning in. Topping news tonight, a multi-million-dollar project has reached completion in the downtown area. Owners of the Grand Union building held a ceremony to commemorate this significant occasion after lying dormant for years. The building now stands as a new centerpiece in the downtown community. Attendees at the ceremony included the Member of Parliament for West Grand Bahama and Bimini, executives from Milo B. Butler and the Sons Investment, officials from the Grand Bahama Port Authority, and representatives from the Disaster Reconstruction Authority. Jolanda Thompson-Everest was there and has the details in this report.
A $6.9 million investment is making its mark in downtown Freeport. The Grand Union, a 22,000 square foot building, has been redeveloped, remodeled, and is now open. The new attraction is said to host an office space of 12,000 square foot, leaving the residual for warehouse Sons Investment Damian Butler, remarking that Grand Bahama is key to the country's economic growth.
The redevelopment of this 22,000 square foot building was completed in just 7 short months and brings phase 2 of our $12 million project to a close. Grand Bahama's economic viability is key to our country's future growth. It's important for us as Bahamian business owners and investors to work together to ensure that our nation's second city continues to rebuild and recover.
President of the Grand Bahama Port Authority, Ian Roll, stating that there is surely a reason to celebrate as another stepping stone to the revolution and revitalizing of downtown Freeport is complete. He also applauds the Butler family and their contribution to the growth of the Freeport community.
Your dedication and contribution to the growth of the Freeport community is much appreciated by us all. I am honored to not only participate in this event today, but also to witness yet another milestone that will contribute to the prosperity of the downtown community.
Roll continuing that there have never been a better time to invest, adding that Freeport has over $1.5 billion worth of deals in the pipeline and being executed.
This investment today is a part of the projected $1 billion plus worth of investments that will aid in the development of Freeport in the years to come.
The Disaster Reconstruction Authority Executive Chairman Alex Storr chiming in on the grand day, noting that the building is significant also to the DRA and NEMA as they prepare to merge the two departments into one to spearhead the disaster reliefs on the island.
Charged with just hurricane relief anymore, but it'll be the total disaster management for the entire country. And so the Prime Minister, through his vision, wanted one organization that could deal with whatever arises, and here we are.
Damian Butler notes that the building will house a number of government agencies, and over the next few weeks they are expected to move in. For the Bahamas Tonight, the Northern Edition, I'm Jolanda Thompson-Everest.
In other news, Margaritaville at Sea announcing the cessation of their embarkation on Grand Bahama effective January 1st, as confirmed by a senior executive from the cruise line. Aja Kwan has been closely following this development and joins us live in studio. Aja, what are the details surrounding this unexpected discontinuation?
Well, Ramiko, it is now confirmed that Margaritaville will no longer offer one-way travel from Grand Bahama to Palm Beach, Florida, citing regulatory constraints related to U.S. immigration and custom laws. This decision was confirmed via a recent statement by Margaritaville at Sea to our ZNS News team, emphasizing their commitment to complying with both U.S. and international laws governing cruise operations. But what does this mean exactly? Well, residents that utilize the cruise ship will now have to find other means of travel to Palm Beach as of the new year. The company came to Grand Bahama in 2014 as Bahamas Paradise Cruise Line, having its inaugural cruises in February of 2015 with the retired Grand Celebration. However, in May of 2022, the company underwent a rebranding, transitioning to Margaritaville at Sea. Now, last week, we spoke with residents on the matter who had intense reactions, triggering a wave of discontent and criticism from those who frequently utilized this mode of travel. Many have labeled the discontinuation as a substantial inconvenience and have raised concerns about underlying prejudices influencing the decision-making process. The statement further clarifying that the modification would inevitably affect a portion of their business and might inadvertently impact Bahamian citizens who relied on this route for travel. The cruise operator assured its commitment to passenger safety and enjoyment while adhering to legal compliance with U.S. laws and the regulations of all countries where their ships operate. Now, Margaritaville did not provide further clarity up to news time on whether or not residents here on the island will be able to travel one way from Port of Palm Beach to the island. But of course, our ZNS News team will continue to follow this story to get further clarity from the cruise line. Live in studio for the Bahamas Tonight, the Northern Edition, I'm Azure Quant. Back to you at the desk, Ramiko.
Thanks, Aja. Well, a new sheriff is in town. Top brass officers of the Royal Bahamas Police Force assembling at the police headquarters in Grand Bahama for the official transfer of responsibilities to the newly appointed officer in charge of Grand Bahama and the Northern Bahamas, Assistant Commissioner of Police Shanta Knowles. The Commissioner of Police on hand bidding farewell to the outgoing Assistant Commissioner of Police, BK Bonamy, who officially retires after 40 years of service. More details are included in this report.
I'm here this morning on two folds and to witness the handing over ceremony from Mr. Bonamy on, who is passing the baton on to Woman Assistant Commissioner Ms. Shanta Knowles.
Woman Assistant Commissioner of Police Shanta Knowles assumes command of the Northern Bahamas. Commissioner of Police Clayton Fernandez overseeing the handing over ceremony while bidding farewell and acknowledging a job well done to Assistant Commissioner of Police BK Bonamy, who is retiring after 4 decades of service.
On behalf of the men and women of this noble organization and the grateful people of the Commonwealth of the Bahamas, we want to say thank you.
Assistant Commissioner of Police BK Bonamy joined the police force in 1984. He has served as the officer in command of Grand Bahama and the Northern Bahamas for the past 6 months. As he prepares for retirement, he says he is grateful to his parents, former officers in command, and those who worked alongside him over the years.
I want to say a special thank you to my mom, Shirley Bonamy, who is watching, will be watching. I want to say thank you, Mom, for your support in the past 40 years. To my siblings, my kids, I want to say thank you for the time we spent. I know I had to go away plenty times, but I want to say thank you very much. To all the officers here in GB, I want to say thank you very much from the bottom of my heart.
Officially signing as the newly appointed officer in charge of Grand Bahama and the Northern Bahamas, Assistant Commissioner of Police Shanta Knowles expressing gratitude to the Commissioner of Police for the confidence in her ability to assume this vital role.
I realize that I have some big shoes to fill, but I can guarantee you, Grand Bahama, that I am prepared for the task at hand. I look forward to the support of all of you. Please know that I have been watching the work that you have been doing here in Northern Bahamas. I'm going to say it again, sir. I have been watching the work that you have been doing here in Northern Bahamas, and I am pleased.
At the conclusion of the official handing over ceremony, officers of the Northern Bahamas presented ACP Bonamy with a cruise on Carnival Cruise Lines as a parting gift. Happy retirement. Well, the unthinkable unfolding at a local preschool on Grand Bahama that has left a 1-year-old child hospitalized as a result of a dog attack. Tonight, the parents of that child is speaking out, recounting the horrific phone call they received. Aja Quant has that report.
It is every parent's nightmare. A 1-year-old boy is now hospitalized here at the Rand Memorial Hospital following a dog attack at his preschool. The parents now shocked and concerned, expressing their anguish over the incident.
If the caretaker at the school wasn't thinking fast, my son could have been dead.
Levano Cooper, father of the 1-year-old, rushing to the hospital after receiving a call from school officials that his son was bitten by a dog inside the daycare.
The first thing I noticed was his foot was covered with blood.
The severity of the situation wasn't apparent until the doctor confirmed the gravity of the attack.
I realized on his left leg, he has a very big gash in his foot and a fractured bone.
The incident unfolding at the daycare, which is situated within the owner's home, where the father claims that both dogs reside.
I never seen the dogs out, so I just felt that they had it under control.
According to Cooper, as the father of the home and preschool owner opened the door, the dogs managed to escape, resulting in the distressing attack on the child.
He wasn't able to control the dogs, so the dogs made their way towards the daycare.
The caregiver of the 1-year-old then bravely shielded him from further harm.
My son wasn't no match for two big grown dogs. They could have tear him apart. Some people, when dog attacks happen, they panic, they run, trying to protect themselves. So if she didn't think about my son and just try to protect herself, my son could have been dead.
The father claiming that the owner of the preschool reached out to them, expressing apologies. However, he is dissatisfied with certain aspects of her response.
The dogs are put down, and she was saying that her father is 79, and she just killed the only family he had. Basically made me feel more like the dogs was more important than my son.
Now, we have also reached out to the preschool's owner, who declined to give a statement at this time. As for the parents, they have confirmed that they will be seeking legal counsel in regards to a lawsuit against the school. For the Bahamas Tonight, the Northern Edition, I'm Adra Quant.
Now, our ZNS News team spoke with outgoing Assistant Commissioner of Police B.K. Bonamy about the recent dog attack that has left the 1-year-old hospitalized. He says the matter is under active investigation.
Yesterday, it is in fact that we had a dog attack a young child. But the circumstances are different in terms of they went to a neighbor to inquire on his health. When he opened the door, one of the dogs rushed past him and bit the child on his leg. The mother of the father or the relative, she flew down this morning, so that is actively under investigation.
Now, in response to dog attacks in the northern Bahamas, he says officers are actively clamping down on these incidents and are bringing dog owners before the courts.
We've addressed that. We had the dog section, we went to the media. We did a media blitz. We found the owners. We've spoken to them on licensing their dog. They're walking the dog on a leash, and also to protect or secure your yard that the dogs cannot get out. That matter, or those matters, are presently being looked into, and when we find the owners at fault, they'll be charged and placed before the court.
When we come back, the city comes alive with a festive aura as vibrant decorations grace numerous roundabouts. That story, sports, and more when the Bahamas Tonight, the Northern Edition, returns.
The sale that can't be missed. Dolly Madison's 3-day-long Christmas Bliss. December 14th, 15th, and 16th. Get 25% off store-wide. And the 25th customer every hour of the sale will get an additional 5% off for a total discount of 30% off. That could be you. Spruce up, decorate, and revitalize your space through the sale that can't be missed. Dolly Madison Home Center's 3-day Christmas Bliss with free treats for your kids.
Unwind every Thursday, Friday, and Saturday from 5 to 7 p.m. at the Prop Club at the Grand Lucine Hotel. Enjoy tasty food specials on draft beers and house specialty pizzas. The Prop Club, the best place to meet friends and enjoy happy hour. The Freeport Players Guild proudly presents Caribbean Christmas, a joyous, exuberant interpretation of the nativity story in song and dance. Regency Theater, December 14th, 15th, 16th. Showtime is 8 p.m. December 17th, matinee is at 4 p.m. Tickets priced at $30.
December 13th through 15th, it's Flash Friday. 3 days to shop all day at participating businesses. Save with sale discounts and specials. Win prizes for shopping local. It's a Rake and Scrape Christmas party Saturday, December 16th with the infamous Elon Moxie and Bimini boy Stevie S. It all goes down on Thackeray Street, Queens Highway across from M&E Caterpillar. Super giveaways, beer and drink specials, music by DJ Governor, hosted by Daddy Steely. All brought to you by No Holds Bar and Lounge. The Ministry of Tourism presents Rake and Scrape Tour Thursday, December 14th at Kells by the Sea, Pinders Point. Enjoy the sounds of the Count Juice Band by the seaside. Fun kicks off 6 p.m. at Kells by the Sea in Pinders Point. Don't miss the free holiday limited edition bangle going on now at Pandora, Port Lacaya. Their gift to you while supplies last. Happy holidays from Pandora, Port Lacaya. Season's greetings from Esquire's Men's Freeport. Store hours on Christmas Eve, 11 a.m. to 7 p.m. to better serve you. Gift wrapping available on site. Visit Esquire's in the Lacayan Shopping Plaza or call 727-6367. This new year, the city comes alive again.
You want that mid-range to carry the bass and allow that sound to travel way down the boulevard.
The backline will be rocking and shaking and the music will be there.
You always see energy, beautiful costumes, they can do that same thing.
Just one network brings it to you. The 2024 New Year's Day Junkanoo Parade.
Christmas is that special time of year where family and friends come together to express love and share laughs. While we remember the real reason for the season, let's all remember to share a little Christmas cheer everywhere we go. I'm Shane Stubbs, wishing you a Merry Christmas and a prosperous 2024.
Your #1 news team covering the North. The Bahamas Tonight, Northern Edition.
Welcome back. The city comes alive with a festive aura as vibrant decorations grace numerous roundabouts. This collaborative effort, orchestrated by the city management and the building and development teams at the Grand Bahama Port Authority, showcases a unique touch at each roundabout. Deputy Director of City Management Troy McIntosh shares that the teams enjoyed creative autonomy, resulting in captivating themes like an Instagrammable Christmas, a fun Christmas, a roundabout celebrating the rich cultural traditions of the season, and more.
We have a total of 4 teams, a total of 6 roundabouts that we decorated with a view of next year adding some additional roundabouts. For the most part, from what I've seen on Facebook, whether it's Facebook, Twitter, TikTok, a lot of people are loving what they see. With anything, it's never perfect, and so we have seen some negative comments, but we believe the comments that are there is just for us to look at, to critique, to say, hey, perhaps next time you can make a change on this or make a change on that. And of course, we will do that.
McIntosh expresses the Port Authority's aspiration for the decorations to not only visually captivate, but also to evoke the true essence of Christmas.
We're hoping in this season people are loving, people are giving, they are kind, and they understand in all of their moving about and what they do, the reason for the season is that Christ came to show us the way, to show us how to live perfect, to show us how we should be infecting the earth with the fruit of the Spirit, which is love, joy, kindness, giving. You know, and the idea is that in all seeing this, and all that they're going to do in communing with families and gathering with families and having fun, never forget the reason for the season.
Well, Christmas is a special time of year, and Bahama Rock recently spreading some of that cheer to 3 schools in West Grand Bahama community. Bartlett Hill, Martintown, and Holmes Rock Primary Schools were the recipients of toys from the industrial company. It's the company's 2nd year hosting the toy drive, and operator Sanadia Smith was happy to see the smiles on the children's faces.
Of course, you know that Christmas is the time of giving, and that's something that we wanted to do. We wanted to take the initiative of, you know, putting smiles on and joy and bringing joy to the kids, you know, just to receive a toy. We know that, of course, we are in economic times, hard times. Some parents, you know, they're struggling to make it, and in some cases, parents aren't able to afford toys for their kids. So, you know, I feel as if this is, it may not be much of assistance, but it's actually a step to helping those in need.
Principal of Bartlett Hill, Panika Martin, was immensely grateful for the continued partnership and the company giving her students an early Christmas gift.
At this time of the year, where they are spreading their holiday joy to those kids who are less fortunate than many, to ensure that they at least have a gift. We are so elated. The administration staff and students of Bartlett Hill Primary School, we just want to say thank you to Bahama Rock, who always partner with us. I would like to thank Mr. Henfield for my Squishmallow. You know, the kids are just talking so much about Squishmallows nowadays. I told Mr. Henfield, though, that pink is not my favorite color, so I'm going to ensure that I get a red Squishmallow sometime in the near future.
Well, I joined the Dull fans across the country who are in mourning tonight as we suffer that great loss to that team. I don't even... Shane Stubbs has your check on sports.
Ladies and gentlemen, I'm Shane Stubbs and welcome to Sports. 2024 figures to be a big year in swimming, and Bahamas Aquatics executive Gina Coleman-Taylor looks forward to what all the swimmers have in store.
This is not only an Olympic year right now, but we are, 5P champions going into the Correctional, so we want to go back into next year and, of course, reclaim our title in front of the home crowd. So this has been a big year for swimming on the whole. At CAC Games, the Pan American Games, to receive the bronze medal, and so we just want to keep that momentum going into 2024.
Meanwhile, Mako Aquatics coach Trevano McPhee likes what he sees so far from the club.
The swimmers are doing outstanding over here. The coaches here, Karen Johnson is doing an outstanding job here at the Y. So very pleased to see the performances. We traveled to a international meet in January, did a Zero invite, which will be our first long course competition for the year for summer swimmers here. So overall, looking good.
Next in sports, Shavano, Buddy Hield, and the Indiana Pacers getting back in the win column last night. This time they'd record a 131-123 win over the Detroit Pistons. The win improves the Pacers to 13-8 on the season. Hield would finish with 16 points and 4 rebounds in 31 minutes of action. They'll be back on the court tomorrow evening when they take on Giannis Antetokounmpo and the Milwaukee Bucks. And lastly in sports, it's a tough day at the office for our beloved Ramiko Knowles after his beloved Miami Dolphins were upset by the Tennessee Titans in one half of Monday Night Football's doubleheader. The Titans stormed into Hard Rock Cafe Stadium and escaped with a 28-27 victory. Meanwhile, the New York Football Giants outlasted the Green Bay Packers by a final score of 24-22. And that'll do it for sports, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Shane Stubbs, and as always, be safe and be great.
Begin to feel a lot like Christmas. Woo!
Don't move, Linda. It's only October.
Christmas isn't as far as you think. If you start your layaway now, you'll get it right on time. Make layaway work for you. 50% down on furniture and bedding. Any amount down on mattresses. 6 weeks to pay it off. No interest. Pay whatever you want, whenever you want. Don't get caught on Christmas Day. Come to Island Bedding and lay it away.
Hi, I'm Wes. I like to put some shoes on your feet.
Hi, I would like to put some shoes on your feet.
Hi, I want to put some shoes on your feet.
I want to put some shoes on your feet.
Hi, I want to put some shoes
John West Shoes is now open. Carmichael West, Nassau, behind Wendy's.
The season of travel, and Western Air has got you covered. Enjoy daily jet flights from Nassau to Fort Lauderdale and additional flight times to some of your favorite island destinations. Got bags? We've got you. Your first check bag is free, personal bag and carry-on included. Enjoy flexible ticket options with no change fees, cancellation fees, or penalties. Travel on your own time. Don't delay. Book now at westernairbahamas.com.
This new year, the city comes alive again.
You want that mid-range to carry the bass and allow that sound to travel way down the boulevard.
The backline will be rocking and shaking, and the music will be there.
You always see energy, beautiful costumes, they can do that same thing.
Just one network brings it to you. The 2024 New Year's Day Junkanoo Parade.
Time of year again where the holiday season brings joy, peace, and happiness. I'm Adra Quant wishing you a Merry Christmas from our ZNS home to yours.
Your #1 news team covering the North. The Bahamas Tonight, Northern Edition.
Facebook friend tonight is Lisa Moxie, who celebrates a birthday. Happy birthday, Lisa, and thanks so much for your continued support. We also want to say happy birthday out to Renato Lang in Bimini and Jaden Davis, who turned the big 7. Thank you guys so much for watching. And that concludes the Bahamas Tonight, the Northern Edition. On behalf of the entire ZNS News team here in the North, I'm Ramiko Knowles. Be sure to stay tuned. The Bahamas Tonight continues.
Congratulations to the happy couple. Divorce is fault-based, so meaning that either the husband or the wife has to be at fault.
I am simply saying a divorce actually takes your dollar and cuts it down to 50 cents.
Not all the time.
I'm just saying, on a dissolution of the marriage, the parties are obviously going to go their separate ways. The question is, who is going to move out of the house and who will remain in the house? So there are several options available.
Should he be made to still maintain that child who's been in the marriage? Or that
Absolutely and unequivocally.
Really, Alex?
I give advice and I tell people, I want you to know at the beginning, it is a traumatic event.
I'm Ramona Farquharson, and this is The Legal Brief.
This new year, the city comes alive again.
You want that mid-range to carry the bass and allow that sound to travel way down the boulevard.
The backline will be rocking and shaking, and the music will be there.
You always see energy, beautiful costumes, they can do that same thing.
Just one network brings it to you. The 2024 New Year's Day Junkanoo Parade.
Coming up in the Bahamas tonight, the National Report, Government Rental Challenges. Troubling prison concern. Junkanoo legends honored. And in sports, Buddy and Pacers on winning track. The Bahamas tonight, the National Report starts now.
ZNest News is brought to you by BTC. Win over $100,000 in prizes when you sign up, top up, pay up, or watch and win with BTC. This Christmas is on us.
Good evening, everyone. I'm Makush Lapinder, and welcome to the Bahamas Tonight, the National Report. Thanks for tuning in. With leading financial agencies all projecting positive growth for the Bahamas heading into the new year, a key financial experts urging Bahamians to remain vigilant against any potential threat to that momentum. For the details, we turn to a report from our Desmond Saunders.
Governor of the Central Bank of the Bahamas, John Roll, giving a favorable outlook for the nation's economy for 2024, with 2023 showing a strong economic recovery fueled by unprecedented growth in tourism and the financial services sector. Roll expects this momentum to continue next year. Riding on the wave of a strong economic rebound, the central bank governor urging Bahamians to now plan for uncertainties and exercise financial prudence as the new year rolls in.
You always want to encourage households to take a balanced approach to how they're managing money, and to always, if you're taking on debt, make sure you're doing it with a view for the long-term gains and advantages that is providing you. We should always, plan, and build up savings and reserves, because you never know, when you're going to get the upsetting situation.
Financial planning, a good defense to buffer any risks and economic headwinds that may emerge in the coming year.
We expect to grow above 2%, probably in the 2 to 3% range, and that is stronger than our longer-term expectation because there is still some carryover momentum from tourism, and that's good opportunity in terms of jobs, and should also open up more opportunities for banks by way of lending.
Roll's economic outlook and analysis supported by the Bahamas Statistical Institute and the International Monetary Fund, both agencies showing an upward economic trajectory for the Bahamas. 2023's backdrop showed the Bahamian economy outperformed at pre-pandemic levels, with combined gains showing growth in the Bahamian economy surpassing that of the same period in 2019. Also, the economy at the end of the first 2 quarters of 2023 pegged at $6.8 billion, which is $295 million larger than the economy at the end of the first 2 quarters of 2019. A rosy picture, but Roll warns of the threat of inflation.
The risks that are there are particularly related to the fact that we'll continue to have to deal with some elevated inflation, even though inflation is reducing. And for a country like the Bahamas, that has meaning in terms of the cost of imports and the dollars that we have to spend on imports. The fact that interest rates are elevated internationally because central banks are still focused on fighting inflation. That also carries over because it affects, for one thing, the cost of financing for a lot of foreign direct investments. So we shouldn't be surprised if there is not already some drag in terms of foreign investors' ability to raise capital.
Desmond Saunders, the Bahamas Tonight.
23 eyes the finish line. One cabinet minister is equally optimistic about what lies ahead in terms of fulfilling a basic human right and the challenges in doing so. $250 in the case of a 2-bedroom, $400 for a 3-bedroom. But as minimal a rental fee it may seem to many, the vast majority of tenants of government rentals are either not coughing up the funds or sorely inconsistent with payments. So says Housing Minister, the Honourable Keith Bell.
When Sir Lyndon Pinley came up with the concept, the idea was that you would move into a government rental unit for a period, at which time you would accumulate your deposit, your down payment, and you would move out into your own home. That was the idea and the concept. However, we all know that there are second and third generations of persons living in these rental units. We also know that there is constant challenges with its upkeep, and that is something that we are currently reviewing in the ministry. And I don't, again, want to say too much, But I do believe that we're going to have to take a different approach in respect to several of those units, the one at Sutton Street and the one particularly at Benzo Appeal called the Big Yard. And so it is anticipated that in the new year, God spare life, that you're going to see a change in respect to those complexes. But we are in the process of renovating. We are in the process of ensuring that persons who live in them are cared for and that they are habitable and they are tenantable. And we want to ensure that the persons who are in there, that they may be the recipients of our rent-own program.
Minister Belt's comments come as several subdivisions take shape here in the capital, the biggest of them, the Renaissance in Carmichael, of approximately 60 homes.
The area which requires the most attention of myself and Minister Rami is ensuring that we continue to make housing affordable, bringing the housing costs down. And obviously, as you would appreciate with the war in Ukraine and all of the other issues, the recession that the world has gone through, material prices, building material has gone up. And even though labor has gone up, it hasn't gone up as much as the material costs. But the idea is to ensure that a person entering the public service as a teacher, as a police officer, as a dentist, as a defense force officer, that they are able to afford a home on their salary.
Doing so, though, means not compromising on safety and security.
The idea is to ensure that, first of all, number one, that we have a building code. Number two, that we continuously upgrade it. Number three, that we don't see the proliferation of these shanty towns. And number four, that we ensure that persons who violate the code, that there is strict enforcement.
Belt says a revamped building code is being discussed at the cabinet level, and while he wished not to say when those new regulations would be presented to Parliament, he expressed optimism in terms of the direction they're headed. Well, a number of legislative initiatives, meantime, advanced in the House of Assembly this parliamentary session, getting a nod of approval from the United Nations Working Group on Arbitrary Detention. It follows the group's recent fact-finding visit to the Bahamas. Fern Carey has that story.
The United Nations Working Group highlighting a number of positive developments in the Bahamas as it relates to legislative initiatives. That includes the tabling of the Ombudsman Bill in Parliament this year that paves the way for the establishment of the Office of the Ombudsman. The Office of the Ombudsman is expected to bring the country in line with international standards while promoting greater efficiency and transparency while allowing those in authority to be held accountable. The UN group also cited other pieces of legislation, including the Immigration and Asylum Bill, the Parole Bill and the Mental Health Bill, and lauded efforts by the government to establish a parliamentary human rights committee, the first of its kind in the country and only the third such committee in the Caribbean. The government's commitment to upholding international human rights by ratifying international human rights treaties was also lauded by the international body, although it did urge the Bahamas to sign other international instruments that safeguard the right to personal liberty of persons. Now, the group's damning report on the Bahamas' detention system did not sit well with National Security Minister, the Honorable Wayne Munro, who explained that the conclusions are based solely on interviews with people who are in prison and may not always speak truthfully. The National Security Minister also dismissed assertions in that report relating to the police using force to secure confessions and limited access to lawyers, among other concerns. The group will produce an official report on the visit to the Bahamas, which will be submitted to the United Nations Human Rights Council in September of 2024. For the Bahamas Tonight, I'm Fern Carey.
Still to come, Junkanoo legends honored. You're watching the Bahamas Tonight, the National Report. There's more news in a moment.
This portion of the news is brought to you by Folk Call Smart Pass, the smart way to pay at the pump.
It has the looks, the style, the performance. Your new car is everything you always dreamed of. Now it's here. Commonwealth Bank was happy to help put you behind the wheel with a new car loan at a competitive rate and fast, friendly approval. It's a service that just comes naturally to us, just like how love of tradition comes naturally to you. Commonwealth Bank, leader in personal banking services.
Is on BTC. All you have to do is sign up, top up, pay up, or watch and win with us. Sign up for one of our $64.99 or higher postpaid plans or one of our broadband bundles and get a chance to drive into 2024 with a brand new Kia Sonet. Pay your bill in full and you can be a winner with our Christmas grab bag. Activate a $15 prepaid combo and get your chance to win Visa gift cards, travel and gas vouchers, and so much more. Watch our Hallmark movie of the week for a chance to win a prepaid Visa gift card. Make BTC your choice this Christmas with over $100,000 in prizes. All you have to do is sign up, top up, pay up, or watch and win with BTC. Visit any BTC location today. Terms and conditions apply.
Today, like every Christmas, they will join us at the family table. The aunt who photographs all the dishes. The cousin who's always late. The judgy couple. The niece who brings a new boyfriend every year. The bachelor who thinks he's still 20. And of course, the essential one. The one who brings the buckets. We all add something to make each Christmas as unique as the taste of KFC. KFC, it's finger-licking good.
Hello?
Hey, girl. What you saying? I just was calling to check up on you.
Hey, girl. Everything fine, but I just can't talk right now. I gotta go to the clinic.
The clinic? Everything okay with you?
Yeah, girl. Everything fine with me. I just trying to get this little one ready because he has an appointment for his childhood vaccination.
Well, Logan's 6 years old. I haven't taken him for his last vaccine appointment since before the pandemic.
Did you know that the childhood vaccinations can protect these little ones from preventable diseases like polio, rubella, measles, and mumps? So these vaccinations for the little ones is the best we could do for them.
I'm gonna make that appointment for him because I need him to get up to date with all of his vaccines. Let me let you go, but call me back when you come back home.
Mommy, I need to go get my vaccines.
This message is brought to you by the Ministry of Health and Wellness, PAHO WHO, and the Canadian government.
This holiday season, join us for an island game Christmas Cashmas experience like no other.
Ho, 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 ho! It's that time of year again, and we have something extra special for you. We're giving away a blue gift box, and it's filled with magical surprises.
Santa and his gifts are ready to make your Christmas Cashmas dreams come true. Every day, a new surprise awaits. Thanks to our 12 days of Cashmas.
Here we go. Mercy's doing it big this year. Cashmas time with extra cheer. 12 days of merry winnings from your friends at Island Day. Friends we trust, game.
This Christmas, we invite you to celebrate the 12 days of Cashmas with us. Are you ready to unwrap the magic?
Quick, quick, quick. And you can win some awesome stuff at Mercy's Island Game. Yeah.
Get ready to jingle all the way to Christmas with Fidelity's Festive giveaway with over $10,000 in cash and prizes up for grabs. Apply for a loan or open an ASU savings account for a chance to win big. Visit any of our branches for more details. Terms and conditions apply.
Minister of National Security, the Honorable Wayne Munro, says he has directed Commissioner of Corrections Don Clare to correct an issue he deems troubling, but one that occurs annually at the Bahamas Department of Corrections. It surrounds the issue of sick pay. His comments in response to being asked about a number of prison officers calling in sick in recent days.
By all accounts, come the end of November, correctional officers call the HR department to find out how many sick days they have left. Not just this year, every year by all accounts. And persons should know that sick days aren't an entitlement for you to take all of them. And so persons complained about us having a contingent of Defense Force Marines at the prison. It happens at the end of every year. Simply because you have some public servants, some correctional service officers who wrongly believe that they have a right to take every single sick day, every single year.
The trial of an American woman and two Bahamian men accused of plotting to kill her estranged husband is expected to get underway next March. American Lindsay Shriver, Terrence Bethel, and Ferron Newbold Jr. were arraigned before Senior Justice Cheryl Grant Thompson on the charge of conspiracy to commit murder, an allegation they all deny. Prosecutors allege the trio conspired to kill Robert Shriver in Abaco on July 16th after police allegedly uncovered the plot while investigating a break-in at a bar in Guanakee. The murder-for-hire plot took place months after Mr. Shriver filed for divorce on the grounds of adultery. Each of the defendants are out on bail. The trial is slated for March 4th through the 8th. Well, the Prime Minister takes his pitch for urgent action on climate change to Minnesota, where he addressed the 17th Annual College of St. Benedict's St. John's University Eugene J. McCarthy Lecture Series. Seeking to make as strong a case as any, the Prime Minister reiterated the need for change or the perils of even more flooding, historic bad hurricanes, and extreme weather events that erode not just shorelines, but economies. And that's just the doom and gloom of small island developing states. But as the Prime Minister noted, if carbon emissions are not significantly reduced, countries like the Bahamas will not be the only ones paying the price. Inaction will lead to more droughts and wildfires, widespread food shortages, the expansion of tropical diseases, and the displacement of anywhere from 40 to 300 million people by 2050, the worst migrant crisis in human history. That said, the Prime Minister called on all students to be agents of change as every effort counts. There are over 1,500 Bahamian Johnnies and Bennies who count themselves among the SCB SJC alumni. Among them, noted Bahamian financial leader Philip Galanis, former Supreme Court Justice and Chair of the Bahama Securities Commission, the Honorable Neville Adderley, Permanent Secretaries Cresswell Stirrup and Luther Smith, Executive Director of the Small Business Development Center Samantha Roll, Vice President of the Senate Barry Griffin, and the 4th Bahamian Rhodes Scholar Javon Sons. Another 26 people recognized as Junkanoo legends during an award ceremony last evening at Mount Fitzwilliam. Minister of Youth, Sports and Culture, the Honorable Mario Boleg, expressing gratitude to each of the honorees and others who not only add to the experience of Junkanoo on Bay, but help cement Bahamian tradition and national pride.
Tonight we gather not only to honor, but to pay tribute to the tireless dedication, unwavering passion, and unparalleled contributions of 26 new inductees into the esteemed ranks of Junkanoo legends. These individuals have etched their names into the chronicles of our culture heritage through their remarkable commitment and significant impact on the evaluation and evolution and perpetuation of Junkanoo.
Chairman of the Junkanoo Committee of New Providence, Dion Roll, applauded the cohort for their achievements and sacrifice in supporting the premier cultural event.
I can honestly say that a lot, or the majority of the members that are being honored tonight has impacted not just my life, but the lives of generations who are along with me so much. And it makes me very emotional when I see mentors like Robert Raman, who every young boy in my generation who picked up a cowbell wanted to be like. Robert transcended the Bella line, made it competitive, and made it what it is today. As I stated, my good friend Kishlian, a trendsetter, the first female, I know you all know this, deputy chairman of the NJC, came back and returned again in that post because of what she meant and what she does and her passion for Junkanoo.
Well, Marcellus Hall joins us in studio with a check on what's coming up in sports. Marcellus?
Coming up in sports for this season, we'll take a look at a couple of our collegiate basketball players doing great things during this season. That's all coming up in sports.
The fastest fiber covering the Bahamas. Do more, pay more, stream more with BTC.
The 50th Red Cross Ball is coming up this January 27th, 2024 at Bahama Rock. As always, it's for a great cause. BTC is the event's title sponsor and just made a $30,000 donation towards this effort.
We're delighted to serve as title sponsor this year for the 50th Red Cross Ball in January 2024. Really delighted. It fits so well with our corporate social responsibility. We've had many successes this year at BTC, and I thank our team BTC for all the hard work. And it's wonderful to be able to give back when we are successful, give back to the community this way. So really excited about the ball event itself, and feel really fulfilled that I can be a part of this team and giving back $30,000 in this way.
January 27, 2024, the Bahamas Red Cross will bring to you 50 Shades of Red, a golden celebration as we celebrate our 50th ball in the Bahamas. It will be an exciting event. You would have live entertainment. You would have good fellowship. You will dance the night away. You'll be so excited because the ambience alone will blow you away. BTC is the ultimate partner. You know, we can call on them anytime and they're always willing to help. We are so thankful for this $30,000, which will go a long way in defraying the ball expenses.
The Red Cross Ball, under the theme 50 Shades of Red. BTC is proud to be the title sponsor. See you at the ball. Faster, stronger, more reliable together. BTC Unstoppable. Be well and be back here. Next, BTC Connection.
Hello?
Hey girl, what you saying? I just was calling to check up on you.
Hey girl, everything fine, but I just can't talk right now. I gotta go to the clinic.
The clinic? Everything okay with you?
Yeah, girl, everything fine with me. I just trying to get this little one ready because he has an appointment for his childhood vaccination.
Well, Logan's 6 years old. I haven't taken him for his last vaccine appointment since before the pandemic.
Did you know that the childhood vaccinations can protect these little ones from preventable diseases like polio, rubella, measles, and mumps? So these vaccinations for the little ones is the best we could do for them.
I'm going to make that appointment for him because I need him to get up to date with all of his vaccines. Let me let you go, but call me back when you come back home.
Mommy, I need to go get my vaccines.
This message is brought to you by the Ministry of Health and Wellness, PAHO WHO, and the Canadian government.
It's a different kind of Christmas, but everything is here to bring a smile upon your face. That's what the season brings. See, Christmas time is the time for your family and friends. Come and shop with us and find everything that you need. Deck out your homes with all we have in store, bringing joy and so much more. And shop Smarty, and shop Smart, and shop Smart. Oh, everything is here at Shop Smart. And shop Smart, and shop Smart. Oh, everything is here.
Yellow Elder Garden, Ali and her cousins listened to Grammy share tales. The 70s so sweet, with themed costumes and dancing feet. Then came the brass, reaching new heights, a symphony of Bahamian nights. The 2000s, the Yellow Elder, a symbol of pride. Grammy's legacy in view as Ali dances in her Yellow Elder costume. We are alive.
You can find it all at Builders Mall.
From cement, lumber, block, plumbing, and electrical to paint, lights, vanities, and tiles. Not to mention all the tools you could possibly need to get the job done. Say if you're starting a major project, adding the finishing touches, or just doing some repair or rental work around the house. FYP, the Paint Center, and Tile King can help. Stop by or call 601-8453. Located 69 Wolf Road, Nassau. You can find it all at Builder Small. Building, painting, and tiling, the Bahamas.
In the Bahamas, there are just certain events on the social calendar that make the holidays uniquely ours, like the merriment and music of the Royal Bahamas Police Force bands at their annual Beat Retreat. Lloyd Allen is live on Bay Street for rehearsals ahead of Sunday's grand performance. Lloyd?
Well, good evening, Makusha and Bahamas. And Makusha, you're absolutely right. On Sunday, the big day arrives. Every year here in the Bahamas, we celebrate the Police Beat Retreat. And tonight, we're here in the city square. This is Rawson Square, downtown Bay Street, where, you know, it's some rain going on the outside. But, of course, a number of police officers are out here in full preparation mode leading up to Sunday. And standing here with us is Director for the Music Department of the Royal Bahamas Police Force, Superintendent Selden Adderley. Of course, a big day coming up on Sunday.
Certainly. Listen, Bahamas, you don't want to miss Sunday. Sunday is our annual Beat Retreat, right here live Sunday, 4 p.m. on Bay Street. And this year is a very special Beat Retreat. It's historic. This year, the Police Band celebrates 130 years. We are 130 years old this year, and so we're putting on a special Beat Retreat. As a feature of this retreat, we're inviting members, our former band members, to come back. And so persons will be beating the drum, people will be playing the trumpet, singing. They're going to be performing on this Beat Retreat in their black tuxedos along with the Royal Bahamas Police Force Band. You don't want to miss it. Be here and be before the time. Get your seats early because here we're going to be packed.
Well, I'm definitely looking forward to the 130 plus years. I don't know what I look like at 130 plus, but of course, like many persons who are going to be out here on Sunday, myself included, yes. What can we do? You know, I'm not necessarily musically inclined, but what kind of show can we expect?
Oh my goodness, it's going to be amazing. There's something called the drummer's tablet. That's when the drummers beat their drum and they put the sticks under the arm. We did that such a long time ago, and I'm sure Bahamians will remember. We're bringing back 5 of those special drummers. One of the persons we're bringing back is Mr. Douglas Twinquest. We call him Freckle Face. He is 73 years old. He'll be back beating the drum at 73 years old. Oh my goodness, the trumpet players, we're bringing back our 5 of our famous trumpet players. Chief Superintendent Ronald Campbell, Chief Superintendent Dennis Sturrup, Andrew Hunter will be playing, Maurice Arthur. They're going to be playing along with Wayne Miller is going to be playing the drums on Sunday. You don't want to miss Sunday. Sunday's going to be such a special time on Sunday.
Well, of course, I know a couple of those names. Ronald Campbell actually taught his son, and I'm definitely excited to see what Sunday is going to look like. Of course, reporting here from Rawson Square ahead of the Beat Retreat set for this Sunday. I'm Lloyd Allen for the Bahamas Tonight. Makushla, back to you in studio.
Well, sounds like a pretty fun event to attend there, Lloyd, and I'm sure many of us won't stand a chance to miss it. Well, now that we've gotten you in the mood for caroling this weekend, how about letting your eyes, rather, take in the holly jolly Christmas decorations? And for that, we turn to our Desmond Saunders.
The Edmund Moxie Park transformed into a Christmas wonderland.
This is a passion, and this has been a dream of mine for about 4 or 5 years. Okay. And I've finally got to fulfill that dream. I was let loose in they basically gave me all the entire crayon box and tell me just do whatever I wanted to.
Kisser Morelos Sr., the creative force behind the park's magical creation.
49,800 lights, LED lights. The tree is, it's what they would call a giant Everest. It's about 23 feet tall, and it's about 15,000 light bulbs on it. So yeah, with that we have about 6 nutcrackers standing guard around the tree. What you will see behind you is basically 2 150-foot tunnels, and those tunnels are all done in LED, and the grass is also lined with lights. But one of the special features is the rooftop on the side of us, the pavilion. The pavilion was basically the creme de la creme, or the cherry on the top, as you would say. And so for me, that was the first thing I started. And that basically was to garner attention.
And let's not forget the nativity scene, hand-painted in the Philippines. The Christmas extravaganza, a marvel for residents and children.
I think it's a wonderful idea. Of course, you can see the children, all the children, they're out here and they're having a wonderful time. I am enjoying myself as well because it's something that I haven't seen in the community before.
I'm enjoying myself very much because the popcorn and the movie, and everything, all the lights. It's a good, wonderful thing today to see.
What I tried to do was I focused a lot on the drive-by traffic, and what I did was basically to try and get those persons who drive by all the time and catch them by surprise.
The Edmund Moxie Park, an immersive outdoor holiday experience for the young, old, and young at heart.
This is what happens when you leave a grown person with ADHD, and let them go crazy with a bunch of lights.
Desmond Saunders, The Bahamas Tonight.
Oh, pretty cool story there, Desmond. Several nonprofit organizations, meantime, pocketed a generous donation from the Office of the Spouse, and indeed just in time for the holidays. And handing over a monetary gift, wife of the Prime Minister, Anne-Marie Davis, applauded leaders of the charitable organizations for their volunteerism and efforts to assist those in need. She also admonished them to remember the real reason for the season.
And so giving and sharing define Christian societies, and this spirit of giving must be highlighted at every opportunity. I challenge all of you here in attendance to allow the spirit of Christmas, that is the spirit of giving, sharing, and volunteerism, to become part of our daily lives as Christians, and let every day be like Christmas.
Now, a few recipients say the gift will go a long way in putting smiles on the faces of children and the elderly this Christmas.
Donations are at its very all-time low. Persons out there, like grassroots NGOs, we're out there pushing, but we're pushing with little or nothing. So the mere fact that the Office of the Spouse recognizes on the Yuletide season to help us further our efforts in the community, we really, really appreciate it.
Every Christmas, we take on the initiative of feeding the community, and the children, whoever, the least of these who wouldn't have a hot meal, we make sure and feed the community every Christmas day. And we also make sure that the children, we take it for granted that all the children get gifts during the Christmas, that's tradition, but there are some children who are left behind.
It's going to go a long way for the children right now, especially with the initiative of empowering girls. We have 11 young girls at the home, and they'll be happy to hear such a donation coming from the Prime Minister's spouse.
And in keeping with the season, Believers Embassy International this weekend held their Family Cultural Christmas Food Fest. Hundreds turned out at the church's Carmichael Road location. Here's Senior Pastor Stephen Munro on the reason behind the event.
Been having this now for the past 6 years, where we just gather all of our ambassadors of Believers Embassy International and the community, and just invite them out where we have a time of gathering and celebration, just thanking God for this year, for bringing us thus far, and just to get to know some of our ambassadors.
Pastor Munro added that the varieties of foods reflected his diverse congregation.
We have a plethora of cultures in this church. Asians, Jamaicans, Greeks. We have different persons, Bahamians, that come through these walls. And I just think it's something good to gather together under one covering. We celebrate Jesus as Lord, but then we come together to experience each other's culture as it relates to food.
In case you missed the news or want to stay ahead, subscribe to our YouTube channel or follow us on X, TikTok, Instagram, or Facebook.
Have you ever purchased a defective item and was denied an exchange or cash refund? Contact the Consumer Protection Commission at 393-7795-8 or our 24-hour complaints hotline at 357-7898 and let us help your voice be heard.
Hey, get up, stand up for your life.
This year, give your loved ones the gift of world-class healthcare.
Hi, my name is Avery Fowler. I am 24 years old and I got a liver transplant. Started with ulcerative colitis, and I think from there it spread to the liver. That's when she told me that I have autoimmune hepatitis.
I give God thanks for the opportunity that we have to give to Avery. And I'll say I'll give it again, and I'll do it again if I have to.
All along, the insurance obviously was providing the support of every step of the way.
As a company, we were there to support him, not only from the financial aspect, but the human side of it, to bring that comfort during that difficult walk.
Bahama Health's comprehensive medical plans ensure that you and your loved ones are covered every step of the way. Visit our website at www.bahamahealth.com to join the family.
Hello?
Hey girl, what you saying? I just was calling to check up on you.
Hey girl, everything fine, but I just can't talk right now. I gotta go to the clinic.
The clinic? Everything okay with you?
Yeah, girl, everything fine with me. I just trying to get this little one ready because he has an appointment for his childhood vaccination.
Well, Logan's 6 years old. I haven't taken him for his last vaccine appointment since before the pandemic.
Did you know that the childhood vaccinations can protect these little ones from preventable diseases like polio, rubella, measles, and mumps? So these vaccinations for the little ones is the best we could do for them.
I'm gonna make that appointment for him because I need him to get up to date with all of his vaccines. Let me let you go, but call me back when you come back home.
Mommy, I need to go get my vaccines.
This message is brought to you by the Ministry of Health and Wellness, PAHO WHO, and the Canadian government.
Hello, everyone. This is Tony Williams back with a special promotion from BahamasAir.com and GoGo Florida. The $100 deposit is back, but it's only on your debit card. So whether you're renting that sedan, SUV, or spacious minivan for group or family trips, keep your cash in your pocket. Only Dollar Thrifty is making it convenient for you. Your $100 deposit held on your debit card. Available at Miami, Fort Lauderdale, Palm Beach, and Orlando. Book early and save your 8-passenger minivan for your holiday shopping spree.
Gratitude for our achievements of 2023. We invite you to celebrate the holidays with us at Lighthouse Point Grand Lucaya. Not only do we have the perfect venues for holiday parties of all sizes, our Oceanside Oasis takes you from the ordinary to the extraordinary. Join us at our newly restored Prop Club Beach Bar and Grill, December 23rd from 8 p.m. for Christmas karaoke, fun, cocktails, and food. Christmas Eve and Christmas Day, Portobello's is serving full-on buffets with live music and action station, noon to 4 p.m. New Year's Eve, join us again at Portobello for brunch and dinner featuring live entertainment and action station. And the party of the year is happening at Prop Club Beach Bar and Grill with live music, DJ, party favors, food and drink specials, giveaways, and much more. Yes, the magic has returned to Freeport at Lighthouse Point Grand Lucaya.
Join up for life insurance. Secure the ones that you love. Join up with Family Guardian. We offer full protection. Join the family. Join the family. Family Guardian. Protect the ones you love. A friend that you can trust. Family Guardian.
As the Unregulated Communities Action Task Force continues to put an end to shanty towns here in New Providence, focus shifts to the Family Islands, where demolition exercises of these largely irregular migrant communities are expected to get underway in the new year. But with potentially more people set to be displaced comes concern over where those people will go, and will government assistance be made available? Well, State Minister in the Office of the Prime Minister currently overseeing social services is Miles Laroda.
just as the government provided temporary alternative housing for those impacted in Nassau, the public can be assured whatever family islands we go to, we will make similar provisions for individuals immediately impacted by those decisions.
Well, the government's moving swiftly to repair the visibly caved-in dock on Harbour Island. For years, the dock has sat in a deplorable state. Minister of Works, the Honourable Clay Sweeting, says repairs will make it easier for water taxis, ferries and commercial boat suppliers to transport freight and passengers safely to their destinations.
We anticipate within the next year that you will see some work to Harbour Island dock. I will, over the next few months, go and meet with the residents because there is a discussion on moving the commercial dock to a different location, and for that dock just to be for residential mainly, for private boat enterprise or whatever. We have the scope of works completed to correct the current dock. And then you should see a team on the ground in Harbour Island in the next few months to draw plans for the commercial part.
Well, it's time now for a check on Family Island weather with Chief Meteorologist Basil Dean. Good evening, Basil.
Good evening, Makisha. Cloudy skies again this evening, and we have a temperature of 73 degrees, a relative humidity very rich at 93%, northeast winds at 13 miles per hour, the barometric pressure 1,021.1 millibars, that is 30.15 inches. And your temperatures around the Family Islands this evening, they are brought to you by Family Guardian Insurance Company. We're protecting you. 71 degrees in Freeport, Grand Bahama, and Grand Atoll, Key and Abaco, Marshall, Abaco, a little cool at 68 degrees. The Berry Islands, 76 also at Alistown, Bimini. Harbour Island, 75 degrees. Roxanne, Eleuthera, 75 in Fresh Creek, Central Andros. Camp Space, South Andros, and Black Point, Exuma, 77 degrees in Otterstown, Cat Island, San Salvador, and Rumkey. Georgetown, Exuma, 80 degrees. 78 in Ragged Island, Clownstown, Long Island, and Crooked Island. Betsy Bay, McWarner, 79. Ackland, 79. The warm spot tonight is Matitani, Nagua at 81. And the Turks and Caicos Islands at 79 degrees. And your boating forecast tonight is brought to you by Builders Mall, home of F5P, Vital King, and the Paint Setter. For all areas tonight through tomorrow, those winds, they're going to be northeast to east at 15 to 25 knots. Very rough sea conditions at 5 to 8 feet. Low tide taking place at 1:11 in the morning. You can expect your high tide at 7:40 tomorrow morning. And then on Thursday for all areas, the winds become easterly, maintaining at 15 to 25 knots speed with those rough seas at 5 to 8 feet over the ocean. High tide on Thursday will take place at 8:26 in the morning with the low tide at 2:59 in the afternoon. And that's going to do it for your boating forecast. It's time now for your international temperatures, and they are brought to you by Royal Star Assurance.
Boyfriend just the other night, he had you snatched up, y'all really tight. I'm not the kind of fella who like OP.
And that's going to do it for your international temperatures, brought to you by Royal Star Assurance. But stay tuned, your extended weather forecast is still ahead.
Want to have your voice heard? Send your letters to the editor to digitalmedia@znsbahamas.com. Share your thoughts on current events or positive stories within your community. That's digitalmedia@znsbahamas.com. We want to hear from you.
The most important thing in life is family. And whenever you need reliable advice, you look to the people you know you can trust. At J.S. Johnson Insurance Agents and Brokers, we earn our clients' trust every day. Whether it's home, motor, travel, or commercial insurance, we've got you covered. Call 397-2100 or visit jsjohnson.com.
JS Johnson Insurance, peace of mind.
It's a different kind of Christmas, but everything is here to bring a smile upon your face. That's what the season brings now. See, Christmas time is the time for your family and friends. Come and shop with us and find everything that you need. Deck out your homes with all we have in store, bringing joy and so much more. At Shop Smarty, at Shop Smart, at Shop Smart. Oh, everything is here at Shop Smart. At Shop Smart, at Shop Smart. Oh, everything is here.
This Christmas is on BTC.
All you have to do is sign up, top up, pay up, or watch and win with us.
Sign up for one of our $64.99 or higher postpaid plans or one of our broadband bundles.
And get a chance to drive into 2024 with a brand new Kia Sonet. Pay your bill in full and you can be a winner with our Christmas crab bag.
Activate a $15 prepaid combo and get your chance to win Visa gift cards, travel and gas vouchers, and so much more.
Watch our Hallmark movie of the week for a chance to win a prepaid Visa gift card. Make BTC your choice this Christmas
with over $100,000 in prizes.
All you have to do is sign up, top up, pay up, or watch and win with BTC. Visit any BTC location today. Terms and conditions apply.
Hello?
Hey, girl. What you saying? I just was calling to check up on you.
Hey, girl. Everything fine, but I just can't talk right now. I gotta go to the clinic.
The clinic? Everything okay with you?
Yeah, girl. Everything fine with me. I just trying to get this little one ready because he has an appointment for his childhood vaccination.
Well, Logan's 6 years old. I haven't taken him for his last vaccine appointment since before the pandemic.
Did you know that the childhood vaccinations can protect these little ones from preventable diseases like polio, rubella, measles, and mumps? So these vaccinations for the little ones is the best we could do for them.
I'm going to make that appointment for him because I need him to get up to date with all of his vaccines. Let me let you go, but call me back when you come back home.
Mommy, I need to go get my vaccines.
This message is brought to you by the Ministry of Health and Wellness, PAHO WHO, and the Canadian government.
Good to grow. Keeping you in the know. Keeping you in the know. Cause if it's good enough to eat, then it's good to grow. It's good enough to eat, then it's good to grow.
More than 100 farmers in New Providence are set to gain access to 1 acre of Crown land property off of Gladstone Road. This is a service provided by the Ministry of Agriculture and Marine Resources. The Bahamas Industries and Construction Company is actively working on the ground to establish roads that will facilitate easy access to all allotted areas for the farmers.
So currently we are in the process of completing all of the sub-base work, just over 2.2 miles of road that in total we have to build in this complex. And we anticipate, once all the challenges are resolved, for all of the property owners to have access to their roads without hindering before the middle of the first quarter of the next year.
This initiative opens up opportunities for backyard farmers to transform their hobbies into fully fledged enterprises. In light of this, Agriculture Minister Jomo Campbell shares his excitement.
So what we want to do, we want to make this industry as easy as possible for people to get into so we can get more people involved in it. And it's nothing like a smooth road. You don't want to have to be buying tires.
in light of
shocks just to do farming. So the easier we make it for the population, the more produce we expect to get. And then that translates volumes into being able to source locally, produce goods, fruits, and vegetables that we can actually have one day on the tables and plates in our homes.
He adds that this effort will also be available in the Family Islands.
A lot of complaints have been centered around ministries sometimes being Nassau-centric. So what we want to do, we want to expand on that. We want to create this opportunity in the Family Islands that has a larger scope for real assets in terms of land, like Eleuthera, Exuma, Andros. And so the first step will be us getting extension officers on those islands, someone to assist with overseeing the allocation of land.
Minister Campbell also noted that the ministry is currently working on a national crop database.
We want to have a structured database of what is being grown where, based on the needs for our national diet. We know as Bahamians, we love peas and rice. We know we always have a salad with our Sunday dinner. We know we have eggs. You could have them scrambled, fried, or boiled any type of way for breakfast, perhaps. And so we need to know what we have where so we could give a proper accounting to the population as to how we intend to meet their dietary needs in an effort to reduce our import bill.
Keeping you in the know with Good to Grow, I'm Leah Cooper.
This is ZNS Total Sports.
ZNS Total Sports brought to you by Sans Beer, who reminds you to recycle your beer bottles for cash in Nassau, Grand Bahama, and now Abaco and Eleuthera. Welcome to your ZNS Total Sports Check, everybody. I'm Marcellus Hall. We're starting us off with some hoop news. New Providence Basketball Association, 2 games played last night over at the C.I. Gitson Gym. Now in the Division II opener, Heat Waves, they got the job done against the Javon Medical Shockers, 79-68. Ramiko Butler led the scoring charge for the Heat Waves with 18 points. Nathan Sullivan added 16 for the Shockers. Joshua Anderson at 31. That came in the loss. In the Division I feature contest, TMT Giants outlasting the Carroll Contractors Shockers. Saunders, 21 points for the Giants. Meanwhile, William Rigby, he had 19 for the Shockers. And speaking of basketball, one of our collegiate basketball players being honored as a Conference Player of the Week. Gavin Clark named Conference Player of the Week in the Pennsylvania State Athletic Conference, averaging 22 points, 9 rebounds, 8 assists per game during that time frame for Indiana University of Pennsylvania. And speaking of collegiate athletes, Dayton Aubrey doing some good things as well. He's been having a tremendous season. Our Amajal Noah's caught up with him and filed this report.
He was one of the best local high school basketball talents in recent memory. Now, former junior national team standout Dayton Aubrey is turning heads on an even bigger stage. The junior guard for the Queens University Royals is having a breakthrough start to his first season at the Division I level. He's averaging 15 points, just under 6 rebounds, to go along with nearly 5 assists per game to help lead the Royals to a 6-5 record so far of the season. We caught up with the young hooper who spoke about his hot start.
Say, bro, that all started from, me just being in the film room with my coaches. Like I have coaches who, want me to do good and want me to be like something great. So I in the film room with them every day, just watching like clips on myself just to see where I messed up this practice or where I messed up this game, the wrong reads I had, where I get bad at and stuff like that. And on the court, bro, I would just say that's confidence, bro. Just knowing I belong there, knowing I just as good or better than anybody on the court and just believe it.
As for any adjustments and learning to play with some new teammates.
We have a brand new team. We only had like 4 dudes returning who was here from last year. So it's just a bunch of new guys, just trying to fit this new system, this new lifestyle of being a Division I athlete. We still have still early in the season, like you say, still have some time to, regroup and, just continue to get better every day.
And less than 15 games into the season, Aubrey's already gone viral thanks to this poster slam that landed him in the top 3 of SportsCenter's top 10 plays.
Big platform like SportsCenter. On something like, I'm known for doing, rather than just, going viral in the country. Like, that video went worldwide, bro. So I definitely blessed to be in this opportunity to do something like that. During the moment, in the game, I was just thinking about how this video about to go viral. I ain't even gonna lie to you, because all for like the past 2 minutes until we had a timeout and I really get to sit down on the bench and, you know, like take in what just happened. And after the game, bro, I checked my phone was going crazy, bro.
The Royals will be back on the floor tomorrow when they take on Appalachian State. For ZNS Total Sports, I'm Amajal Knowles.
Buddy Hield and the Indiana Pacers back on the floor for the first time since Saturday. Pacers playing the Detroit Pistons, losers of 19 in a row. We'll make that 20 in a row now as the Pacers adding to the Pistons' misery with a 131-123 win on Detroit's home floor. Hield played 30 minutes, finished with 16 points on 6 of 9 shooting. He also added 3 rebounds, 2 assists, and a steal. Indiana now improves to 13-8 on the air. They play again on Wednesday against the Bucks. And that's it. You look at sports on this Tuesday. Our Tuesday weather is just ahead. Stay with us.
ZNS Total Sports brought to you by Sans Beer, who reminds you to recycle your beer bottles for cash in Nassau, Grand Bahama, and now Abaco and Eleuthera.
This is ZNS Total Sports.
First we plan, then we innovate, then we build. At Bahama Striping Group of Companies, we are committed to quality, to safety, and to service. We know that the road you take is just as important as your final destination. At Bahama Striping Group of Companies, it is our job to make sure the road and the ride are as smooth as possible. From striping roads to building them, we are the right choice. The trusted choice, the only choice to help you build your tomorrow.
Do you hear that? That's Junkanoo. And that means that the Boxing Day and New Year's Day Junkanoo parades are right around the corner. Don't get left behind. Make sure book your ads in the live ZNS broadcast of the Junkanoo parades, the most professional coverage of our national art form. Call the ZNS sales office today at 502-3800. Ask for the special Junkanoo advertising package and be a part of Junkanoo on the ZNS TV network. It's
time now for weather.
In our final look at weather, we have an area of low pressure expected to form here in the Gulf of Mexico by late Friday, and that was going to move towards the northeast across Florida. But the bad news is it's going to spread some heavy showers, severe thunderstorms over the extreme northwest parts of the country, particularly Bimini, Grand Bahama, and Abaco, and some heavy to moderate stuff will be experienced throughout the remainder of the northwest Bahamas over the weekend. So a very wet weekend shaping up for us. Satellite picture showing that broad mass of showers and moisture associated with that system all spreading across the northwest and central parts of the country. So there'll be periods of showers and thunderstorms over the next couple of days, but things will intensify as we head into Saturday and Sunday. Tonight, we are looking at breezy conditions with a couple rain showers, thunderstorms expected as well, and they will be of an isolated nature. 74 degrees for your low. And tomorrow, cloudy and breezy with a couple of showers still, and mainly late in the afternoon with a high temperature of 80 degrees. And your extended weather forecast look like this. Wet weather conditions, as we promised you, right through the weekend, but it gets very intense, as we told you already on Saturday. Some of those thunderstorms will be severe at times, leading to localized ponding and those low-lying areas. Temperature-wise, you're going to remain in the upper 70s for the most part because of the heavy cloud cover and the precipitation associated with it, and those nighttime temperatures in the low 70s. But once we get past Sunday, that low-pressure system pushing off to the northeast, another frontal system will push through the northwest Bahamas, and we will see temperatures once again in the mid to upper 60s. Makishla.
Well, thanks, Basil. And before we leave, a financial institution celebrates its 65th anniversary with a grand event at the Bahama Rock Convention Center. Scotiabank began with a small branch in Nassau in 1956, and today the company has several branches. Manager at Scotia Wealth, Yvette Barr, and Vice President of Regional Wealth Management, Neil MacDonald, speaks about the company's monumental impact on the country's financial landscape.
We've always been a conservative bank with very strong policies, and so we've been able to withstand all that's come against us. We've celebrated the good times and the not so good times, and so there's so much tonight that we have to celebrate and be thankful for. And our theme this year, continue to grow with us. So we're continuing to grow, we're celebrating where we are, and we're pressing forward.
The business that I talk about, the Bahamas Trust Company, I talk about it being our crown jewel in our international wealth platform. It's really important to Scotiabank across our entire international banking platform. It's 65 years in the Bahamas that we've been here, and in many cases we've actually been dealing with some of the same families for more than 40 years. So it's very much a part of our fabric of what makes Scotiabank, and it's very important for our overall platform.
And that does it for the Bahamas tonight. Thank you for continuing to make ZNS your first choice for news and information. Only the sun covers the Bahamas better than ZNS. From all of us here at ZNS, thank you for watching and good night.